welcome to another episode of Shooting
the Shit with Rachel
and Neal Young. So we're talking all things real estate photography business growth, mindset, and getting it done. Here come your favorite true entrepreneurs, Rachel and Neal Young, shooting the shit.
I have a ferret on the podcast. Like if we're kind of in a slump, like what kind of things do you do?
Talking about a boob light.
Straddling a power line.
Nice photo.
Ooh, I need that.
I'm like red right now because I'm embarrassed. I go like this. I love it.
Come in.
Sure, use your podcast voice.
You know, over here, I'm kidding out.
Drone's like flipping to the ground.
That's a great callback.
Chit-chatting.
Is that what you call that? Hey!
This episode is brought to you by my admin. Well, HD Photo Hub, which is basically like having an admin.
That's right. And it's not just a delivery platform. It's a powerhouse designed to make your work shine. From stunning teaser videos and social media reels to custom property websites and polished printable flyers, HD Photo Hub automates it all so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
That's right. Apparently, the size of your package does matter. Today, we're talking about why you need packages and some of the thought processes we went through when we were coming up with our packages.
Yes. Isn't that a great intro? Just love it. Just love it. And we're talking about packages for your services, in case you were curious. So Neal and I both offer packages to our clients, and it has substantially helped our average order value to go through the roof.
That's right.
Well,
That's right.
Neal just added. I shouldn't
it.
speak for you because you just added packages.
I just did. My average. Well, it's it's unfair to go based off of literally like 2 weeks, but my average order value is up about $100. So
that's awesome. There you go. Hey, it's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. It's also just been a great start to the year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been better than I think last year and the year before. I think definitely last year. Yeah.
Yeah. We're up about 45% over last January.
Ooh, yeah. I heard some people are cooking. Like you're cooking. I've talked to some other people. They're just like, what is happening? We thought we were going to work on some stuff, but we are like, it's like spring right now. I'm like, okay, cool. And
Well,
just so you know, it's February right now.
Right.
Early February.
Yes. So January was rocking and rolling. It was great.
Yeah.
And February is looking good too. So let's let them go. Except for the
Very
snow
exciting.
we've had snow all week, which Seattle just shuts down in the snow. It's funny. People can't drive.
Oh my God, you guys!
2 inches.
Rachel just posted a video the other day of her and her daughter sledding in your yard or someone's yard. There's literally like just enough snow that like you can still see some of the grass.
Yeah.
But they're
That's our front
sledding,
yard.
and that was so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I know
awesome.
Devin, I was leaving for work and Dev's like, Mommy, do you want to go get the sled and come sled with me real quick? I was like, okay, sure. So we went
Heck
down the hill
yeah.
literally twice. It was so fun. I had my white jacket on. I'm like, don't get me dirty. We can't fall in the mud. She's like, no promises. I'm like, great. We did fall, but I didn't get dirty. So
Looked like you guys went a decent amount there, actually. It was a pretty decent hill, maybe. It looked like.
So it's crazy. We have like a front yard that we sled down, and then you turn like bank right. You have to lean all right to go across the driveway. And then it goes down this next little hill.
Oh, yeah.
And it snowed here really bad. Like 2 years ago, we had like, I don't know, 8 inches, 10 inches of snow, which is a ton for us. And then it froze and got really cold. So the whole driveway was frozen over. And so and it was all ice. So we were just flying down the hill and across the driveway. That's when we discovered that we've got this actually pretty long sledding hill. Like it's pretty slow, but it's fun because you're like, you have to go over these bumps and you have to go off the curb and like you crash into trees half the time because there's stuff like bushes everywhere. And so that's the fun part is like, what are we going to hit? We got to dodge and lean there's a lawnmower that has a tarp over it, like a riding lawnmower that came with the house that's just kind of sitting out in the woods that we've never used. So you got to dodge that. There was like branches that fell down that we haven't picked up. So anyways, it's part of the
like fun. That was great. That was amazing.
That's cool. So
Way to take
anyways,
advantage.
Neal, let's talk about your package.
Yeah. Let's. So.
Okay. Why, Neal, why would you offer packages? Like,
All right. So a big reason is to increase your average order. When you kind of offer it up to them, like, here's 3 simple offerings that include, the essentials, and you offer a little discount, people are more likely to just go, all right, I guess that's what people do, and click on that. Whereas they might have only ordered photos before, and now they're maybe adding the floor plan and the drone shots or whatever you have in those packages. So that's the biggest reason right off the bat, right, Rach? What else do you got?
It also gets them to try more services. So a lot of
Mm,
times they haven't tried the floor plans or maybe they haven't tried the video yet, but they might see that package and be like, "Oh, this is a package. This is must be what a lot of people order. Maybe I should try it too. I've never done a video," right? And
yeah.
it's a good way for them to just try out some of your different services that you offer.
Yeah, it's true. And if you're like me and you have the a la carte stuff, they just may have never actually paid attention to what those other things are. So it kind of puts it right in front of them.
Yeah.
Another reason why I decided to finally, because I've been pretty successful. Our average order was always like around four something, 450 or something like that, which is pretty good for a la carte. I know that you've had, what do you use that, five or six or something average order,
Let me
Rachel?
look and see what it is. It was really high last January. It was like 1100. It was
Holy
insane.
moly.
I know. We actually just lowered our prices. Um, because that was okay. Our average order value right now is 723.
Oh wow, that's really good.
And
Yeah. So right now I'm
oh,
at 550 for my average now, but we literally just added the packages. But a big reason that I added the packages is because I kept hearing from a few people there's a new competition in town and they're like, well, they include all this stuff. And really what they're including was a marketing kit, but they just did a better job of making it sound like you were getting everything for like the same price
mm,
as photos. Um, and so I decided that the offerings here for the packages would be a good way to kind of lay it out to them everything that's included. So basically, it's including a marketing kit in that in the lowest tier. I'm doing a floor plan, photos, and the marketing kit, but I'm not writing out marketing kit. I mean, I do, but then I broke it into detail that it said like a property website, printable flyers, reels, automatically generated reels, and list that all down. And it's like, oh, wow, you're
mm.
getting a lot with this package, right?
Oh,
And
that's
really,
cool.
it's
Yeah.
just the marketing kit that they just aren't aware of yet.
Right.
Um,
That's
and
actually a
so,
really good idea to list all that out. I don't have that listed. I feel like it's so much on the list, but
mhm.
that would actually add more value to them. And then they would probably explore it more because I feel like a lot of clients get that property website and marketing kit and they have no idea how to use it.
Yeah,
Like,
because I don't think they
you
realize,
know,
oh, there's like reels in here. Yeah, there's reels
yeah.
in there. Oh, there's a slideshow in there. Yeah, there's a video slideshow in there. Like,
Right.
there's a
Like use all
website
of
and
it.
it's got local demographics and it's so I just said, I don't care. I'm gonna list it out. So just like so there's nobody who can come to me and go, well, when I get the thing, they get all this other stuff. It's like, no, there it is right there. You get the same stuff. So that was a big reason. Another thing, there's been like services change where I use Kubicasa for floor plans, and Kubicasa changed kind of their strategy and decided to focus on selling to our agents now, which kind of stinks because that was kind of a nice upsell for the floor plans. And, not a lot of work and a decent amount of profit on it. Kind of like a restaurant has their sodas, they make their most of their profit off of sodas. Actually, it's kind of the same thing. Do that floor plan is easy and I make good profit off it. But now a lot of them are like, oh, when you're done the photos, I'm gonna do the floor plan kind of thing. And I felt like a little weird. I don't want to lower my prices for the floor plan if I didn't have to, because some people just don't want to do it and will still pay for it. They always paid $100 for my floor plan. But
Yeah.
now a lot of them know it's like free or $15 depending what they do. So I thought, okay, so I could use that in a slightly different way than discounting my price. I could put the floor plan in each of those packages and kind of use that as a buffer for the discount that package provides.
Mm.
So there's going to be, I feel like, less pushback on the floor plan because they're getting a discount in this package and they're getting a floor plan and they're getting all these marketing tools. So I kind of use that marketing kit and the floor plan as kind of puffing it up a little bit, puffing out the
Yeah.
chest and flexing a little bit, but really it's not a big deal and we're making some money. So
I like that. I like that. Have you had any agents bring up Kubicasa and tell you that they've been marketed to or they've learned about them?
I've not had them tell me specifically, but literally yesterday on shoot, that's what the agent said. She's like, oh, I'm going to do the Kubicasa when you're done.
Okay.
Right. And I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Awesome. Like, I don't care if they do it. That's
Yeah.
fine. She
Well,
didn't
and
like,
what's funny is like I've had many clients who've been like, "Oh, what are you're doing the floor plan with your phone?" And I'm like, "Yep, it's just an app." And I try to withhold the information.
I know.
But like we used to charge $100 a floor plan, and I just joined their preferred photographers program where you have to offer it on every shoot
Mm,
to be part of the program, and you get a discount. And there's some perks and whatnot, which we'll have them on the podcast soon, so you'll learn all about Kubicasa. But I did not feel like knowing that they're advertising to our clients and knowing that our clients know the pricing now. I mean, they literally can do it for free or $15. And
Yeah.
I'm charging $100 for them
Mhm.
for literally 5 minutes of my life, which is
Yeah.
to me outrageous. Like that's too much money to be charging. So it's the going rate. They pay it without a problem. I mean, I feel like I've gotten away with it for this long, but integrity is one of our core values. And I did not feel right, just like you, Neil, I didn't feel right charging that. So to join their photography program, offer it for free, I just feel like it's a value add. I haven't seen anyone else in our area offering it for free yet. So for me, I feel like that's just a good value add to potentially just get more clients because we offer it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tricky thing now that they did that. And kind of wish I
Mhm.
kind of thought that kind of stunk, honestly. I was
Mhm.
kind of like, what? Really? Like,
Yeah.
it kind of felt like or I don't know. It felt like a mini betrayal.
Yes. Well, and that's one thing like HD Photo Hub has always said, like they will never market their services to brokers. They've
Right.
actually turned away real estate agents who have
Right.
come to them being like, hey, we want this for our brokerage. And they're like, nope, you have to go through a photographer. So, which I think is great. But, Kubi Casa has a different business model and that's fine. Like, that's what it is. That's great. And we have to learn how to play that
Yeah.
game and adjust. And, we all do things differently. So,
Yeah. And
whatever.
so, yeah,
Yeah.
package is a good way that, you can throw it on your a la carte for whatever you want. Might
Hmm.
just entice that higher price, might just entice them to use the package where it's basically discounted there, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my mentality there because I didn't want to like lower the price to look like, oh, I've been charging you way too much for this,
Yeah. Now I'm
up to
going to give
now.
it to you for
Yeah,
$15.
now it's $1.
Yeah.
Like what?
Hey.
So and the other thing is it's a service. In the same way, you go in the airport, you pay more for a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Depends where you get your water. You could do the floor plan. And there's still going to be agents that they don't care. They're not going to do the floor plan themselves. They don't want to walk through the basement and get cobwebs in their hair and just walk around looking
Mhm.
silly. So they're not going to do
Yeah.
it. So, it's a service, and I still love Kubicasa. I think it's a great program, and I'll do it. But I can't rely on it to be bread and butter anymore for $100. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Another reason you would want packages is because it's easier to book than a la carte for your
Yeah.
clients. They see I think we kind of already covered this, but basically they see the package and they're like, I'll just do that one. Like less effort. A lot of times they're overwhelmed. They don't want to have to make more decisions. They've done enough at this point. So just make it easy for them to be like, oh, the video package. Oh, the virtual tour package. Oh, the works package. Done and done. Like make it
Right.
simple. Yeah.
And again, once they've done it once, they're more likely to the next time just go, yeah, that worked last time. Just check that one again.
Right. Yeah. That house sold in 1 week and it was because of the media. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. What the
Yeah.
heck?
Yeah. So let's talk about the strategy of how to position these packages, like pricing, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So first off, I've always heard the rule of thumb, you should only offer 3 packages if
Yep.
you can get it down to 3, because
Mhm.
that's not confusing. It's not overwhelming. And when you put them on your order page, you should put the most expensive one first, and then
Mhm.
the medium one, and then the cheaper one.
Mhm.
Psychologically, we've talked about this before, but if you haven't heard that episode, psychologically, if they see the most expensive one first, anything after that is going to look super cheap.
Yeah.
If they see a cheap one and then it keeps getting more expensive, they're going to be more sticker shocked when they see the expensive ones. So psychologically, put the expensive one first and then trickle down from there.
Yeah. I think that makes sense too. Yeah. Everything after that, you go, oh, well, that's better. Yeah. I think they do
Yeah.
that the same thing when you're at like a car dealership. Start
Yeah.
you off with an expensive price, and then it doesn't seem bad when you
Let's
when
do
they
with the
show you the price
Lambo
they
and
were.
then we'll
Yeah.
land on the Lexus.
It's like the price they were going to show you anyway, but first they show you a horrible one so that you're like, oh, yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think the car dealerships do the opposite though. No, they do actually. They put you in the nice one first and you drive it and you love it. And then you go drive the crappy one and you're like, dang it, I really like the other one.
Hmm.
Yeah. And you get suckered into spending more than you want. I'm
Yeah, but they
speaking.
do also get you with the like lower rate, and then they're like,
Mm.
"Oh, well, that was based off of a perfect credit score, so it's
Right?
actually gonna be $50 more." But you're already locked into that car you wanted, so you don't want to go back to the cheaper one. Yeah,
Yeah. You're like, fine, I'll figure it out. I'll just do 3 more
terrible.
shoots a month.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's
So
just
yeah, and
funny.
I've heard the three strategy too, and I got to tell you, I had planned on only doing three, but I believe I'm going to release a fourth.
Oh, that's
Well,
okay.
so
Well,
here's what
explain
I came
why.
up.
What's going on here?
Yeah, yeah. So, all right.
Here.
So, what I did was I in HD Photo Hub, I created all the products so that I could list them in the package. And what that packages will do in HD Photo Hub is it tells you the value of that based off of the a la carte price. And then you give it a total price so that it'll tell you the savings that you got, right? And so I was trying to like come up with also a core, I should say, back up
Wait,
and say a
it does?
core, what?
It does that?
Yeah.
How do you enable that? Where's that at?
Yeah, like, so if you go in, well,
I
if you
mean,
go
I
to the
just
shopping,
literally wrote in $75 savings on the title of it.
oh, yeah, yeah. So if you go into, there's like a create a package and then create a product in a package.
Hmm.
And the package, you give it a price. You could give it whatever price you want.
Okay, I did
Then
see that.
And then
Okay.
when you add each of the products you give a price. So when you add them in
Mm.
there, you just click on, it's probably there and maybe you didn't see it. And I think you can turn on or off if you want to
Mm.
show the savings. So you might
Oh,
have that
okay.
turned on.
That's
And
cool.
so, yeah. And so then it says, okay, this thing is worth 750, but it's only going to cost you 600. And so it tells you right in red, like savings.
Yeah, I love that.
So, so
Okay.
anyway, I created all these products. I was thinking that I might do like this. Oh, sorry. What I was going to say is one of my core reasons for the packages was to try and give the agents better materials, what I would recommend that they do to succeed with marketing, to win
Hmm.
more listings. So that's
Hmm.
kind of my thought process behind the packages. Start out with the basic where at least you've got the marketing kit, you've got some reels, you could create a consistent sort of 5 day marketing with that content just for the marketing kit. And then the
Hmm.
next tier up is like getting on camera so you're seen with an actual video. And then the other tier, the third tier was like what my couple top clients usually request basically as a package. All right. But I first created all these like over the top, everything you could ever possibly order that I thought anybody ever offered in media, like Twilight footage. And, I broke them all down basically so that I could try to make the packages look as cool and as expensive as possible. Um, I should say that also another thing I was trying to accomplish was I have some clients, repeat clients that use me a lot, but only order video. And my video by itself price wasn't very expensive. So I wanted to raise that price
Hmm.
so that the packages look cheaper, so that hopefully they would start using me for more services than just the video. So I raised my video price for a la carte, but I also use that as a buffer in my packages to give a savings
Hmm.
so that really if they use the packages, I'm not making a whole lot more than I used to, but hopefully it incentivizes them to do more services so I make more money in the long run. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Anyway, I don't know where I was going.
I think that was a great answer to your what your packages are and how you configure them. You had four packages. That's what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
so that's where I was going. So psst, sorry to interrupt. If you haven't heard, Rach and I are using Pixl CRM.
Pixel CRM isn't just another boring tool. It's basically your business's best friend. With Pixel CRM, you can automate your lead generation, follow-ups, client communication, and stay top of mind with email campaigns. And there's just so much more.
And if you want, you can try it out today. Just go to pixelcrm.com/STS and you're going to get the first month of Pixel CRM free. The fourth one, I
Huh?
did not I did not actually create the fourth package. I just had all the services for it. And they were live, which I didn't realize they could actually select them. So
Mm.
one of my favorite clients went and selected every single one of them for her last shoot because she's like, I need the works for this one. It was a big property and she needed to impress him. And I'm like, okay, well, if somebody's going to order all this stuff, I guess it should be a package, right? So that's the reason. But that one's really going to be a over the top. Literally, the name is going to be something like everything and the kitchen sink. You know what I mean?
I like that. That's a great title. Yeah.
Um, but basically, yeah, it's gonna, and I'm gonna simplify it that it's more of a flat because you're gonna need like a 6 hour time frame to be in there to do all these services. You need to be in that house for a long period of time to be able to do some of these things, to do the Twilight video conversions and these detail shots and time lapses and stuff. It's all this crazy stuff in there. So it's gonna be just a couple tiers of that to simplify it. It's gonna be a flat 1,800 up to like 4,000 square feet. And then above that, it's going to jump up one more time. And above that, it's like reach out for a consultation. So
Cool. That's awesome. I like it. How the heck do you do the Twilight video and the Twilight all at the same time? Is that
it's,
like a mad dash?
it is literally scary. Oh, and you know what happened when we did this one? Luckily, I had Zach there because Zach was filming the reels. I've been getting him doing more video because he needs to really get off the ground with video. So I had a new reel offering as part of these packages where we film a no talking reel is in the middle package. And so I had him filming that where it's the agent, but they just do the like wave and walk through the house kind of thing. And it also separates it from our full video offering because it doesn't include agent intro. But anyway, he was filming that, and thank goodness he was there because as I'm out there trying to get the drone Twilight, my phone froze up. It was so cold that the battery just went to zero like instantly, and it was dead. I couldn't use it, and it wouldn't charge is the thing. Because it was so cold, it wouldn't take the charge. Normally it charges like 15 minutes, I can use it again. It wouldn't. So luckily I had to use Zach's phone.
Wow.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, the
Good
drone,
thing he was there.
yeah, no, I know. I do not know what I would have done, but now I know like I'm not leaving my phone. So what I did with his phone is I kept the remote like guarded with my jacket and kind of warm.
Cold is it there?
It was freezing that day. It was super windy and
12
well,
degrees?
it wasn't crazy windy, but it was very, very chilly. I don't know what it was that night, but my hands were like freezing. They were
wouldn't
numb
survive.
when I went inside. So, Rach, can you imagine if you had to go back to a world pre-HD Photo Hub?
Oh, no way. No, HG Photo Hub literally saved my life during the COVID craze. With online ordering, their invoicing, the photo delivery, the Google integration, and just having everything on one platform, HG Photo Hub really does it all. And I cannot imagine my business without it.
Same. Pre-HD Photo Hub, I feel like I was just spending all my time chasing my own tail. It was horrible. The good news is our listeners get a special deal. If you enter the code STS, you're going to get 10 free full marketing kit deliveries. Remember, enter the code STS. But anyway, the long and short of it is I haven't done a ton of these. We've just started doing, since this past summer, I was doing them here and there whenever it made sense that I would try it out. But basically what I've found is, the drone, it gets too dark for the drone pretty quick. So the second that the light, I can see the light in the windows for the video, I throw the drone up there and get just a couple shots. I don't reshoot the whole thing. I just
know which ones you want then.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
like I'm going to do this push-in shot to the front of the house, or I'm going to do like a pan across. Maybe I'll do both of those, and then one shot in the back. And that's really all I need because I really just want the transitions from day to see the glowing windows. And so if I've
Right.
got
Yeah.
3 of those, I'm good.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
makes sense.
fly higher and see the sun setting, and that would be it. But it shouldn't take more than 5-10 minutes for that. So you get there, do that super quick, get it down, and then I find that with my camera, I've got my DSLR, I've got more leeway on the timing to still get the glow coming out of the windows, that it doesn't care about the noise. So that's how. But yeah, you got to run. You got to go fast. So that's why I didn't actually want to do that package because it's like stressful, all the services, and it literally is like 6 hours on site to do it. And so I was like, I don't think I want to put that package out there. But I'm like, well, then my second thought was, well, if I just make it $1,800, I guess I'm showing up for that,
Yeah, that's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally worth it.
Yeah.
I love that. Another good reason, which we've already kind of covered again, is you can offer, it's discounted because you're there doing all the services. So you can knock a little bit of money off because you don't have to drive from shoot to shoot. Like it's easy to discount that package a little bit for the clients, which they just have, there's more value to them,
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah. I'm trying to fill them with like value for them that there's assets for them that they can utilize to just really separate themselves from other realtors who aren't doing all that, and that it kind of gives them something to show at their listing appointments. Like, this is all the stuff I did for that last listing. And that's actually
Right.
what she did a post. She did a post like that day. We just spent 6 hours doing, and she did a checkbox, all these things that she did for that listing, right? And actually, she got like, I don't know, 3,000, when I looked at it, 3,000 views on that and 100 and something likes on just what she did for her services for her clients. So that was
Wow.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So in HD Photo Hub, you can add sections to your order form. So you can have like a section that's titled Save with Packages or Packages
Oh,
Curated.
yes.
So you can say whatever you want to call it, right? You can have
Dividers.
a divider, correct. And then you can have one that's like a la carte divider, which is nice. So that's how I have mine set up.
Yeah, and that's what I did too. Packages and then the a la carte down below that. And I just did a couple stories that just let people know, hey, if you go to the shopping cart and you're looking for a la carte, don't freak out. Just scroll down below. It's gonna be fine.
Keep on scrolling. It's there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what's interesting too is that even though I raised the rate of the video to try and entice them to do packages, people aren't batting an eye at paying more for the video, even a la carte, which I was
That's
surprised.
amazing. I know. Actually, I really got a little gold nugget from you on that. I was like, maybe I should actually raise our prices on video and then keep the prices the same in the package. That's not a bad idea. Because
Mm,
if you're doing the service by itself, I mean, if you're just, we don't do just video very often, you know.
mm,
I mean, usually it's packages that we sell.
yep.
Yeah. And I switched up our packages. I used to have the basic, which was photos and drone and floor plan. And then I had a social marketing package, which was photos, drone, a social reel, drone video footage, property website marketing kit. And then I had the works package, which was basically everything. Um, and I switched it up to having the works, a video package, and a virtual tour package. The video package is photos, drone, drone video, property website marketing kit. And the virtual tour package is photos, drone, Matterport. Oh, floor plans included on all those too. And a property website and marketing kit.
Mm,
So I did research on my competitors and that's what I kept seeing. And I was like, that really makes sense. Because a lot of them either do Matterport or they either do a video. And we sold quite a few of the social marketing package, but our works and the basic did better than that social marketing package. So I just think there's a lot of agents that are into social media and there's a lot that aren't, honestly.
mm,
I think I mean, I like to think that more are jumping on board with it, but they really aren't. There's not as many, at least that I work with, that are really marketing and doing it the way they should on
mhm.
on social,
Yeah,
which is fine. But I just think the video and the virtual
yeah.
tour package makes more sense in my area, at least.
One other thing I learned since adding the vertical reel, which
Mm.
is literally titled the world's longest title slash description, is like 30-second, what is it? 30-second vertical reel for social media agent on camera, but not talking.
Oh my gosh, right?
It's like it has
It's
like a
so
full
much.
description so they
Yeah.
understand what it is with trending audio is what I say, right?
Oh my gosh. Do
And
you
and
add the trending audio or do you give them a suggestion for trending audio?
yeah, so we've only just started doing it, but we've literally only done three, but they loved them. All three loved them, and then I saw them already booking them again. So that's cool. But yes, we basically um, edit to a trending song that whatever we think is cool on social media or just a song that you like, and edit it to that. Now I haven't what I haven't done is told them yet how they can add that song
Mm-hmm.
in Instagram and then turn down the volume on it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but but um, but yeah, that's basically it. But they could throw on whatever song they want over it if they decide they don't like that song. Is the good part about that because there's no agent
Sure.
intro, so they can't mess it up if they throw a different song on it. So I
Yeah.
like that. But they like the trending music, and they like that they're on camera, but they don't have to talk. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that might be a great kind of gateway drug for some
Mm-hmm.
people who are intimidated by video, that they don't have to talk, but they get their face out there. That look at me, I'm doing it. I'm on social media. So
Definitely.
and it's really simple. They just, wave them in and walk through the house a couple times, and then the rest you just shoot B-roll and then cut it to some trending song, and they like it. So not we're charging 175 for that reel,
Hmm.
which is a good price point for us. Um, lower price point than the full video because it doesn't take as long for us to do it or to edit it too.
Yeah, totally. That's great.
Yeah.
You'll be proud of me, Neil. I upgraded to shooting with a Ronin RS4 Pro
Ooh, that's right.
and my DSLR, and it was so fun. I felt like a big girl.
Ah,
I was like, I can do anything now. I can conquer the
look at
world.
me.
Look at me. I'm a big girl. Stabilizer, real
Oh,
camera. No, it was fun. I even did an agent intro. I felt like Matt. Matt Shaps, my videographer
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah,
Masterclass.
yeah.
Yeah, I felt like Matt. I was like, oh my gosh,
Cool.
it's so
Have you
funny. Yeah.
tried it vertically yet?
No, I was too scared to have to rebalance it that I'd mess
I
it up.
know.
So I was like, I'm not going to do that on site because I'll mess.
Balancing still needs to be improved to make it easier. It's still like,
Yeah,
come on.
I know.
I'm
What year is
excited for
it?
the day where they make the motors strong enough
Right.
that and the system smart enough that you just put your camera on and it just auto balances because that
Well, it
will come.
should. It should adjust the camera for me with for that much money. It should have a little slider motor that goes needs to go forward, needs to go over to the left. You know?
Yeah. Well, literally, if it was strong enough, if the motors were strong enough, it wouldn't matter where you put the
Right.
camera, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Totally.
So
Totally.
that's what I think that's where it'll go. Like, and people would pay more for that to not have to. The balancing is the worst
Yeah.
part of the gimbal.
Do you know that has like been my biggest barrier to entry to getting like when I first started video, I had the Ronin M, which had the two handles and
Yep.
it had no tripod, so you couldn't set the thing down. You had the stand that you had to put it on. It was so annoying. So I'd be like standing with it between my legs, like pinching it with my knees to hold it. So, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, ridiculous. Anyways, that one, it took me, I don't know, 2 years before I actually used it because I didn't know how to stabilize it and it was overwhelming for me. And then
Yeah.
this new one I bought literally sat in the box for a week, same thing. And then my shooter met me at the shoot and he stabilized it for me. I was like, thank you.
Thank
He
God,
balanced
right.
it. I was like, okay, you show me how to do it. I'm like,
It's way harder than you would think,
oh
too.
my
It's
God.
like, come on, this is
This
annoying.
just getting I'm like so that is one thing you guys are like, this girl is not very bright. That's one thing that like I literally feel like can't even say what I want to say because it's politically incorrect, but I do not feel like I'm all there when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm like, this is hard. It's scary. Someone just show me how to do it. I can't. I watched the
You
video
just freeze up. You just freeze up
putting
and
the
freeze in
plate
place.
on. Just putting the plate on. I had to watch the video like 4 times. Just I'm like, does it go this way? It's like total anxiety. I just panic. I'm like, do I put it on this way or that way? Which rewind play? And I'm looking on my phone, so it's tiny. But anyways, I figured it all out. We're good to go.
Yeah, and
Rocking
that's the
and
funny thing
rolling.
in in those videos. It's funny because when you don't know a thing and you
Yeah.
watch a video and they just kind of skim over it and you're like, no, I don't understand even that first thing you did. Back
Right?
it up. Yeah, a lot of times they don't go like
Tell me how
granular.
tell me how to turn the computer on. I can't even do that. You know? It's
Yeah,
that
no,
bad.
I hate
Anyways.
rebalancing my thing too. I'll
Yeah.
do anything to not have to rebalance that thing. Like I'll turn it on. I'll do the like fine tuning and be like, good enough? Okay, good, because I don't want to touch the thing because it's screw
Yeah.
it up worse.
Right? Seriously.
But
So
this
no,
one's better.
I did not go
This one's
vertical.
better than the old one. The old Ronin S that I had was great and it worked, but it was really hard to actually adjust once you loosened it up. I had to literally like bang on the thing so it would slide over a little bit.
Oh, geez. Then you couldn't get it like fine
It would like
tuned if you
yeah, because
bang
then it
on
would
it.
jump too
Oh,
far,
wait.
but you couldn't
Yeah.
just like slowly slide. Yeah, it was a pain in the neck. I'm like, really,
Okay.
really,
Come on.
come on.
Yeah.
But they're
Anyway.
getting better, but not fast enough.
No, no,
Yeah.
not at all.
Anyway.
All right. Well, that pretty much wraps up our episode on packages. So short and sweet for this one.
Mm.
So,
Oh, wait, before you
what?
go, one
Yes.
more thing. I've been listening to a audiobook, The AI Driven Leader.
Hmm.
And one thing they tell you is that you can ask AI to be a thought partner
Okay.
and to help question your decisions and to
Oh,
ask you a series of questions. And so I did actually use AI to try and help make sure that what I was doing made sense for my packages. I had come
mm,
up with the packages and everything. I said, all right, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right things here. And what are some, could you just ask me some questions to make sure that I don't have biases that I might be making mistakes with these packages or maybe, not as succinct as it should be or something like that. Anyway, asked me a bunch of questions. I gave it all the information about what our services were, why we had them, what each one costs and all that stuff in it, and actually tweaked some of the packages based on the questioning that happened with AI on the costs and stuff. And I actually made them a little bit more expensive
Hmm.
than I originally thought based on a couple things. And even in that last package, I decided to do a more of a simpler, flatter rate. But it's not like it came up with it. I give it some thoughts that I have, and it kind of asks a few more questions. It's kind of like having a sounding board to help you come to
Yeah.
some conclusions faster than you would just sitting there trying to scratch it down on paper, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have your own little consultant there to
Yeah.
help.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty fun. It's pretty interesting. Give it a
that is
try.
interesting. Yeah, I
Tell it
should.
to act like the CEO of so and so and ask you some questions about your business. And it'll do it.
Please be the CEO of my life and question all my
Yeah.
decisions.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
You could literally be like, pretend you're Steve Jobs and ask me about the UI of my new platform, whatever. Yeah, it'll do
Right.
it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And we have decided to try and recommend some charities you could donate to. If you're not donating to a charity or you'd like to help out another charity, today Rachel has a suggestion that she likes.
Yeah, the Ronald McDonald House has housing for cancer patients and families. So, which our family utilized in New York. It was 35 bucks a day to stay at the Ronald McDonald House in New York, downtown Manhattan. Like we had two families that stayed there. So one family stayed there and the other family got a hotel room and it was $500 a night for the hotel room.
Oh, wow.
And it was 35 bucks a night at the Ronald McDonald, which was decent housing. Obviously, it's not 5 star, but it's like it's good housing, it's cheap, it's available. So that is a very good cause to donate to because when these families go through this
Yeah.
cancer scare and all this stuff, it's just overwhelming. I mean, the expenses with like we've flown to New York, well, the family's flown to New York 3 times for surgeries. And
Mm.
it's like it gets expensive. You know, you're staying there. He's been there for, I think he was there for a month the first time. Second time was 3 weeks. And the last time I think
Wow.
he was there for 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, you could imagine how expensive that would get at $500 a night. So this company is a godsend for a lot of families and make it possible for them to get the care that they need. So if you want to donate to the Ronald McDonald House, that would be amazing. The link will be down below in the description.
Awesome.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in and listening to us jabber on about packages. So fun. Such a fun topic.
Who has the best package?
Who does? I'm not even, I don't know
An
what to
endless
say.
debate.
This debate. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the next one. Huh?
Enjoy playing with the packages.
Okay. Stopping it.